Hey, gang, welcome to the Are You Garbage Comedy Podcast.
Make sure you subscribe so you get the videos as they come out.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Are You Garbage? The show where you find out if your favorite comedians are classy individuals or absolute trash. Now, here are your hosts, Kevin Ryan and H. Foley.
Hey, everybody out there, and welcome back to everybody's favorite new podcast. This is Are You Garbage, goddammit? It's a show we sit down with your favorite comedians. We find out if they grew up classy or if they're a big old piece of trash. I'm your host, H. Foley, coming at you on a beautiful day. I'm down here, Aunt Tootie's basement. It feels good to be home. I think I smell chili and Newports, and I like it. I'm feeling it.
Sorry, go.
No, please.
It was the new potpourri she got, I heard.
Very nice.
Timing.
My untimely co-host is coming at you from right next to me. He is the CEO of Are You Garbage. He's my boss, so what am I going to do? I got to laugh. That's a good one, Kippy. Give it up for Kevin James Ryan, everybody.
Hey, what's up, gang? Thanks for tuning in. As always, please make sure you rate, review, subscribe on iTunes. Still in the top 200. Review will help us out. YouTube.com. Videos. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Hold on. We got to change the batteries in the Kippy. Stop the show.
Kippy's on the fritz. YouTube.com. Those numbers are true to fucking roof. And then Patreon.com. Let us wet our beaks, baby. You can go there. You can sign up. You get a lot of bonus content. There's video. We played Are You Garbage with our fucking moms the first episode. You can get the Cribs edition of Foley's childhood house. It's a fucking good time. Sign up. Live streams, the whole 9 yards. Patreon.com/areyougarbage.
Yes, sir. Did you mention the hard feelings?
And hard feelings you get, which is me and Foley chopping it up. A little bit behind the scenes. Me calling him fat, him calling me bald. It's a good time.
Big hit of the season. Everybody loves it. Get in on it. And how about a nice shout out to our producer extraordinaire, the pride of the Chicago comedy scene. And we're talking about Old Town, not the bums up in Rosemont. Give it up for Toby McMullen, everybody.
T-Bone.
Still got no mic.
Yeah.
Fuck, I forgot. We love you, buddy. He's quiet but deadly over there.
Silent assassin.
Listen, gang, this is a family episode where we are going to answer your questions from Patreon. And with a family episode, always involves a little company.
A little bit of company.
A little family, all right? This kid's been with us since Jump Street.
Yeah.
One of our first guests on the podcast. He's a worker, all right? Not like the usual bozos we get in here. We got a little star power. Very funny stand-up comedian. Among his podcasts, he has Jtrain, he has the You Up podcast, but he has a brand new special that's out right now called Socially Distanced, of course, and it's all about the social anxiety of 2020. He filmed it in Indianapolis on New Year's Eve. It's on his YouTube page right now. He's a good-looking, cool kid.
Yeah.
He's been down in Boca for a couple of months. He's got the tan. He's the kind of guy that if you were a freshman or a sophomore when he was a senior and he was driving home from school and he's like, yo, you guys want to ride home? You would tell your boys about it the next day.
Yeah.
You'd be like, yo, Freid gave us a ride home last night. And let me tell you something. Don't come slipping with a shitty cheese board in front of this kid because he's all class. Give it the fuck up for the J-Train. Jared Freid, everybody.
Wow, what an introduction. That
Look
was
at that.
unbelievable. I'm so happy for you guys.
Oh,
I am
thank you.
legitimately.
Dude, look at his skin.
I know I'm glowing right now. I've been in Boca. I have that Florida mentality.
You turned into Paul Rubens.
I am literally my whole perspective on shit is totally different now. Like I could tell the minute I got off the flight, I'm like, look at these animals living this way, and I'm like, look at this weather, it's horrible, and it's like, and people bashed on Florida for all those months, and I'm sitting down there. I'm on a beach. I'm hanging
Living
out,
it, baby.
living it, taping podcasts, doing as best as you can. And
Right
I'm
now,
like,
yeah.
And it's like, it's good to be back here. I just want to talk to you guys about the show. A year in.
A year
in.
It feels like yesterday that we taped the episode, and I said to you, this is gonna be. I want to make sure I'm on record.
This is the Boca and him talking. Right?
I know. The Boca
Bring the
baby
boys
himself.
over. Bring them over.
Every time I turn over, he's got more jewelry on him.
Chest hair just keeps growing. He's got a stone crab in his hand.
Yeah.
Foley, go look at the car, will you?
I said it. I hope people can go back and listen. I hope is it on the episode?
It should be. I think it is.
I said this will be a successful podcast. I
Thank
said
you.
it
Thank you.
because here's what you guys did. You had a show. You had a beginning, middle, and end in mind. You had a premise. Your premise is all set up. Then you just come up and you just knock them out. And I'm proud of you guys because now you got a business. The studio, Aunt
Now he
Tippy's
sounds like
big.
Hyman Roth.
I no, but I am so impressed. I'm so proud
buddy.
because I get asked a lot to do the third episode of People's Podcast.
Sure.
Because people know that I have a podcast, and they're like, "Oh, he has listeners." And
Well, this is why. It was just, you're a nice guy,
Sure.
right? And you're friendly. You're a nice guy. You got a successful pod, so it's like, oh, I remember you said you would do it.
Of
and
course.
we were like.
That's
We
funny.
had 3 other people that day. We're like, get the fuck out of here.
Get
We
out
got
the
Freid
trash.
coming in.
Yeah.
J-Train's coming in. You
Listen,
bozos, beat it.
And I'm
Let's go
mild.
get your shit.
Yeah.
Get in the hallway. The kid's coming in.
And hi, don't make eye contact with you. We got podcast royalty coming in, and I'm mildly successful. Like I'm not even like one of those podcast. Like believe me, I understand where I stand in this whole scheme of things. I know what goes with. But when I get asked a lot because.
That's funny.
I have a listenership. I'm
you start a podcast, you got to get Jared Freid.
You got to get Jared on. You got to get there's a few people that get kind of burdened with this.
Yeah.
And another
it's
person
because you're nice, though. You're
Totally.
nice. You're nice to us. We know you. We see you, and it's like, oh, I could ask him for a favor.
And I love, again, like you said, chopping it up. Like, especially, and so when I get asked to go on the third podcast of a lot of people's, I know I'm like, they either get it or they don't. A lot of times, like, I think Corinne Fisher's in the same position as me. She
Sure.
gets asked
Yeah, a
on
lot.
the third
She
podcast.
was like our 8th or something.
Yeah. So the third episode of someone's new podcast where they're trying to figure it out, and sometimes the person's trying to figure it out, and they're not on. They're on the wrong road. They're not even.
And you see it because you're a pro, and you're like, these
see
four
it.
schmucks don't
Yeah,
stand
these
a
guys
chance.
are walking the wrong direction. You guys are walking the right direction. I saw it, and I said, because you're gonna fumble. Listen, as podcasts start. But what a lot of comics will complain about their standing in life. But then you ask them to put a podcast together, and they're like, "Well, we'll just sit here being funny."
Yeah,
what?
Yeah. Nobody cares.
What the fuck is your show? What
Nobody
is the
cares.
show?
Yeah.
You're mad that you're not successful and you couldn't even plan a podcast that you get to put up. There's no barriers to entry.
Sure,
There's
yeah.
no one that has.
It's $99 a year to have a podcast.
You
literally.
couldn't create a fucking program to do, and it's like, and even if you couldn't, you didn't have the energy to spend an hour talking with someone. Like so what else you got? When did you start? How'd you start doing comedy? Like, if you want to do the how'd you start doing comedy show, it's been done. It's been done.
It's been done, Marin, and then everybody was like, just a watered down version of that.
Exactly. It's Marin, and then it's Pete Holmes, and then it's everything else.
Oh, so you're from Cleveland originally?
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck.
We're done with it.
Did you start here, or did you...
New York or
Freid
LA?
almost came
Did you
across
start?
the
You
table.
started.
It happens all. So when I get.
Hold on. I don't
want
want to cut you off.
Go,
I just want to
please.
say you say that, but the reason you say that is because you do have like a preternatural instinct for hustling, for business, for like constructing things. Not everybody does.
Sure,
and that's one of the reasons why you are successful.
I'm lucky for
and
that.
one of the reasons why people that started out looking up to you.
To me,
because you have that.
Well, I appreciate that. To me, it's
Comes
not
easy for you.
It comes. It
Not
is a little
easy.
bit in my
Not
blood.
easy,
I come from business people.
Sure.
I come
Yeah.
from
I have the
entrepreneurs.
same- I have the same
You know,
thing.
like
Yeah.
I come from salespeople.
You're not waiting
If
for
you come
anybody
from
to save you.
salespeople. Yeah, and it's like my dad always said it to me. He's like, "It's nothing personal. It's just money."
Mm-hmm.
That's and if you live that way, you're gonna move on from shit earlier than earlier than you would have.
That sounds like Mr. Freid threw some people out on the street.
It ain't personal. And
I
don't
go upstairs
forget,
and tell your
That sounds
kids.
like a couple of voided contracts in my book.
don't forget your shit on the way out.
I go upstairs and wake your kids up and tell them your dad's a loser.
Well, I'm just saying,
course.
it helps you move on from things that aren't working.
Yeah, well,
Because
also
a lot
too-
of us do
yeah.
stuff where we're just like, and I'm guilty of that. You do something, and you're like, I believe, and then
It
it's
doesn't
like,
hit, yeah.
it's not hitting.
Sure. But I also think, too, that there's...
Dude, he came in hot.
Yeah, I love it. I love the Freid energy.
It's Florida.
yeah.
Florida, yeah.
And I don't-
Boca baby.
The pandemic, notwithstanding, the only experience I used to always shit on Florida too. And then right before the pandemic last year, me and my girl, just for like a 3-4 day weekend, just went down to Miami and stayed at Miami Beach. Dude, I literally feel the place fucking calling to me.
It's great.
Something about Florida.
Relocate.
It's great. It also has a little bit of European to it, so it's a little bit. You feel like you're in a different place.
It doesn't feel like the rest of
Cuban.
America.
No.
Yeah.
You get
See a couple of guys
coffee.
in thongs. I know what you mean.
Beautiful asses on those men.
Oh man, being in South Beach, my neck was snapping.
I just think that it's so nice. You understand why there's no Ivy League schools there right away.
Yeah.
You get it right. You're like, I'm not fucking reading. I'm going outside. I'm gonna go look at chicks.
Yeah. Well, we went down for a bachelor party, and we had Coke within the Uber driver got us Coke. And I was just like, this is insane. I'm like, we're not even out of the terminal yet, and we already picked up. I'm like, this is a different kind of place.
Still got his number?
Well, and then certain areas like Boca, have the Jewish, it's got that New York Northeast Jewish tinge.
It's frozen
on
yogurt.
It. Frozen yogurt,
Yeah.
froyos. I went to Tampa. Tampa's a whole nother story. Talk about cocaine. Some comedy clubs you go and you mentioned.
Did you go to the Super Bowl?
No, I was there the week after for shows.
Okay.
And these people, I would be like, I started every show talking about Tom Brady because I'm a huge Tom Brady fan. I'm from New England. I'm from Boston. And I'm talking about Tom Brady, and I'm like saying to them how you guys are like, it's like you're my new family. It's like my dad got a divorce, and this is my new family. And I'm like, the new family's a little trashy.
Missing a couple of D's.
Yeah, there's a
They're
cousin.
good people, though.
Cousin offers me Coke, and you do. And I said that cousin offered me Coke. You do a Coke joke, most places it gets weird.
Sure.
They were like, okay, you want some? And it's
Start
like
throwing it up on the
shit.
stage.
This is a party town.
The one thing about the Tampa Bay winning the Super Bowl, the boat parade. There's nothing
It's as trashy.
There's nothing trashier than a boat parade.
And it's funny because
great
when you go there and you see the surrounding the area that surrounds the kind of the canal they went down. It's like huge. Those like huge bars. They're like outdoor. If the best description of these bars that like line where they were, they're outdoor cheesecake factories.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
It's like big seats, huge drink, big,
a 2-foot drink.
Tuna tartar tower. Like it's just.
With like tortilla chips, they do it real trashy.
Exactly.
It's fucking raw tuna, spicy mayo with some fucking Tostitos.
You know the deal. Rice bottom.
I love it.
Sushi grade tuna up. It's great.
I also want to say before, to just go back, when we had them on the third episode, and we were so still trying to find our footing, and you got to launch a successful podcast. So we're like, do this. We have our checklist of shit to go down. Hey, make sure you do this. And you tried naming the fans, the listeners, the second episode. You're like, yeah, and shout out to all the trash cans out there, or whatever. And he gets to Freid. He goes, this is an SNL sketch of two guys launching a podcast.
Yes, I remember that.
He's like, you guys are literally doing everything. He's like, you got to do it. I get it. He's like, but dude, you hit him without. Shout out to the dumpsters out there.
Yeah, shout out to the trash cans. I remember.
He didn't let you get a half a foot with that one.
You're right. I'm
And
now
I've been
brought
so
back.
self-aware. Dude, that line, it's like two guys on SNL.
Make sure all you trash bags rate, share, and review.
Yeah, it was so funny because you do have to do it.
It's cheesy. You got to do
cheesy.
it.
Like to anyone listening right now, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening, let me help you with your spiel. Here's a new one, okay? And I've been doing it for a while, but make it your Instagram story.
Yeah, you're good on that.
Make it your Instagram story because here's what people, and I consider that, join the Patreon because, look, they're starting a business. Don't join the Patreon because, what's the show like? Who's going to be there? No. Join because you enjoy this free entertainment. How much is yours a month?
We do 5, 10,
$5 a month.
20, and 50.
Okay, for the price of a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Cup of coffee a month. You get 4 hours of content.
Okay, so
4 hours of
and
AYG.
you know when you need
Or
it?
a half a gram.
There you go. And you need it when you most listen, no podcasts come out on Saturday. No podcasts come out on Sunday except for mine. We come out on Sunday because
Consummate salesman right
this
there.
is what I'm saying. So I do a special bonus Sunday episode because I was like, there's some Sundays. I'm a podcast listener.
You're looking for something.
I'm looking for something. I just need something.
I'm the
I
same
need my
way.
fix. I need to go. I got to walk somewhere. I don't want to be
Going
stuck
to
with
the
my own
store.
thoughts.
I need something just to fill the void, of course.
Exactly. So I would say to people, join it because you never know when you're going to need it. But also, make it your Instagram story because that is payment. We all consider that payment when you make your Instagram story. Tag these guys because I'm sure you'll like it. You don't got nothing to fucking do.
Nobody.
You'll like the
best
post.
customer service in podcasting.
That's right. We always get back to you.
So always get back to you. And what you do, and what people are like, well, make your Instagram. I only got 200 followers. Okay, we're all looking. Look how you look at people's stories. That's what everyone else is doing.
Sure, yeah,
so they're going to go, are you garbage? You guys got a great artwork. You guys got a great look. A name like that, people are going to go, what's that?
What is it?
What
Yeah,
is
yeah,
that?
yeah,
And
yeah.
they're not going to tell you. Nobody looks at your stories and goes, they tell you like a year later, you know what, man, thank you. You posted about Are You Garbage, and now I'm like a huge fan of those guys.
Yeah.
And it's like, but so everyone listening, rate, review, subscribe. Like, listen, whatever. Like everyone, let's zig while people are zagging.
Share the stories, baby.
Instagram stories. Make it, post it, tag these guys.
The big
Get
thing
this. Listen to cousin Jared over
That's
here.
right.
The big thing we get, which is cool, is people like will tag us. They'll go, "Is this garbage?" Right? So like they'll take a picture, like look at my girlfriend's whatever,
Dude,
and then we comment. And that
You
people
do
love
that and you
doing
repost
Yeah,
that?
yeah, of course.
Dude, that's a great idea. That's like the charcuterie. Like people
Love
send me their
the charcuterie.
As
my
the board
my brother-in-law, like a few weeks ago, was like, I went over to his house for dinner and they had it, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take a picture and tag your boy." And I was like, "Don't! He's gonna hurt your feelings." I was like, "Dude, save yourself! Don't fucking! I don't even want to be connected to this thing. Don't tag me in it."
How did that start, by the way?
I tweeted out, I was going on vacation with my girlfriend the next day. I'm
Right.
taking an Uber back from the cellar, and it's like 2 a.m. I'm waking up at 6 a.m. I tweet out, I can tell what type of parent you'd be by your charcuterie board.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea that this was even a thing or was going to become a thing. I kind of caught the wave.
There
because
there is a wave.
There's a
of
wave.
They got cool.
charcuterie.
They got cool. For
They
some
got cool.
They're fucking
because
awesome, too.
here's what it is. It's like everyone has a picture of theirs. You don't need a college education to make one.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need a skill to make one. All you have to do is be able to put meat on a fucking tray and take a picture of
and
it.
it looks fancy.
And it can look fancy.
Yeah.
So
But
you don't even
people
have to know
really
how to
fuck
turn on
them
an
up.
oven. And yeah, people love it because
No, people really fuck them up, though.
oh, dude,
It's
that's
crazy.
the best part is that because
Fucking
here's what
salami?
Here's what,
What are
it-
you doing?
So, believe
It's
it.
nuts.
There's so many bad things that happen on a board.
My
that I
sister-in-law does a fucking. It's like one from Steels
Take
and
a
Martin.
picture. Send it to the Lord, Daddy.
Be careful. Be careful. Well, I don't want to ruin your family. No,
2 fruit roll-ups and a high C.
well, I'll say is what people. Here's what it's. I actually think I've come to this after 2 years of doing this. This is I've come to the conclusion that charcuterie is a metaphor for life, where people are posting these and they want the attention of people online.
Mm-hmm.
So they try to go there. When you're trying for the attention of people online, you forget about the people that you live with. When you're looking at your phone, you're not with the people that you're hanging with.
Trying to hide the garbage.
Exactly. So it's a
Big
metaphor
mistake.
because it's like the reason some of these are shitty is because they are sitting there being like, put a pumpkin on it because it's Halloween. Fuck you. What about the person that came to your party that's hungry? That pumpkin took up real estate.
I saw you say that one time in a tweet or whatever, and that's all I think now. I'm like, I can't fucking eat this.
If you
I'm
can't
like,
eat it,
more
it shouldn't be on the
crackers,
board.
more cheese. What are we doing
It's
here?
a
Let it go.
finite space. That's why there's grazing tables now, which should get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's not. Did you see that? They're
No, what's
putting
going
trash
on?
bags or whatever, like down on a counter or
What?
like a whole
Yeah,
table.
it's
and
a
turning
whole table.
Turning
Where?
a whole. They're doing it online. They're like parties, turning a whole table into like they're doing like nachos now or
They do
charcuterie
Oh,
boards.
I have seen that.
And
It's
the
animalistic.
Yeah.
You're garbage if you're doing it.
What's next? I walk into my apartment, the whole floor is all charcuterie.
Filling
Like,
a
what are we
hot
gonna
tub.
do?
What are we doing?
Where are we
Yeah,
going
yeah,
with
yeah.
this? So yeah.
I start drifting off.
What's the best? What's the best to do? How's it the best to do it?
Well, it's all about
If you were going to make one.
it's a percentage games. You have to understand the numbers. Meat and cheese.
What about the plate I sent you that one time? Remember with the prosciutto and the cheese? That's all it was.
See, this is the problem.
You said it was nice.
It's nice.
You didn't wanna hurt
but
your
I didn't want to.
feelings.
I'm not. We want to talk about it now.
I think I have a pretty good grasp on what
No,
it was.
But you're very trashy too, though.
You have a great grasp, but this is men make boards like that. Where they go meat, cheese, and then nothing. It's
all
a
I want.
caveman board. And listen, that's
I
all
like
I
a little
want.
fig jam and a crostini.
I'm with you, man. We're all with you. Okay? But I say, and women make a board that other women will think that they're like refined.
Sure.
It's aesthetic.
So it's an
right?
aesthetic.
Yeah.
So
Grapes on the vine.
grapes on the vine. Then you see, like, I saw someone sent me one the other night. The whole thing was cucumber.
Hit the fucking
who
bricks.
are we feeding? What are we doing here? And here's my rule.
Dude, Florida's twisted him,
The
man.
best-
I fucking love it.
Fucking
It's all
Jtrain.
cucumber.
Yeah,
You're embarrassing me.
The best board is one. Okay, when you show up to, here's how I look at boards.
Okay.
I'm first at your party. When you go to a party, what do? You skip lunch because they're going to be serving food.
I love hors d'oeuvres.
I don't think he
Right?
does that.
Foley might not.
I love a good hors d'oeuvres.
Love hors d'oeuvres. Love
Love
a
it.
pass around app. Okay.
The
But when
best.
you're going to a party, you say, "Okay, I'm going to eat less because they're going to be serving food at the party."
I've never thought that though.
You've never thought that.
I'll just keep eating. Yeah.
Just
yeah,
keep
yeah.
eating. You
Yeah,
walk into a party full.
I'm
You're
not-
walking in hungry if they're serving food. They
I
said,
would
hey,
get a sandwich on the way. I don't think
that
like
is
that.
garbage.
Oh no, you're
What's
That
your-
is a proof of garbage moment.
For me, it depends on the situation. If it's like people I'm not really that comfortable with, I probably will get something to eat on the way there.
So you're not
because
going
I don't want to be
crazy.
because I'll
That-
come on.
That is a
If
fat
I
guy
walk
move.
in on an empty stomach,
Otherwise, he's eating shrimp in the bathroom.
That's a fat guy move. That-
dude, I walk in on an empty,
He's in
empty
the linen.
tank and I
He's
see
in the
fucking
linen closet with a slice of pepperoni.
Can I give you some business tip? Okay, that was a funny joke.
dog's
I want to
missing.
acknowledge that's hilarious.
Hey, gang, I want to take a quick minute talking about the good time that we're having there on the Stereo app. Me and Kippy every Thursday night at 9 o'clock, chopping it up with you folks.
Yeah, guys, it's like a little bit of an after party for the show. We're doing it every Thursday night. I have a couple of beers. I let my hair down a little bit, loosen the shoulders, maybe draw a bath, get in. We take your questions live on the stream, baby. It's easy. You download the app. Go to www.stereo.com/Kevin Ryan or /H Foley.
If you like the big guy.
We get to wet our beaks a little bit. It's a good time. Get involved. See you then.
I have an idea for you, okay?
Go ahead.
And I don't want any of your listeners taking this because you got to do this right after we're done.
He's all business.
No, because I love a fresh canvas. You guys are a fresh canvas.
Thank you.
Listen, we have to. There's nothing better than a note. Like someone's like,
love a note.
When people are like, "Oh, do people try to tell you jokes all the time?" I'm like, listen, if someone has an idea for me, I'll take it because it might open up a door in
Nothing
my
else, something
brain
else, of course.
that brings me in a direction I never would have gone in. You got to do because we said
Jared
before
Freid never met a pitch he didn't like. I'll tell you that right now.
That's right.
Call me.
I like pitching and I like receiving. So I like pitching and catching. I'll take your ideas.
Come to my
I'll
office
throw
and
you
buy
some-
me lunch.
I would tell you guys right now. You told me you go after 2 podcasts. I think it was before we started taping. 2 podcasts in a row, you get tired.
Mm-hmm.
You should start doing your alone podcasts on the Patreon. You do one, but you should do one called "Are You Fat?"
It's just a 1 second clip of him saying yes. See you next week, folks.
No, but fat.
What's this got to do with me and shrimp? Yeah,
I'm
I'm hanging on that. I'm waiting for it.
Are you
You
fat?
got any on you?
No, because it's a fat guy move. You don't have to be fat to be fat. I'm a fat guy.
Yeah.
If I want to
100%.
Are You Fat? I am fat.
Yeah, even if I lost the weight, I would still have
You're still-
fat guy mentality.
Absolutely. If you lost like 100 pounds, you'd still be the same person.
You'd
Yeah.
still be a fat guy, 100
Still
pounds.
a fat guy.
I got to lose
No, I mean
200.
physically, yeah.
I'd have to lose
the doc
200.
says 200.
If you
Doc
lost
says 200.
200, he said to you, your doctor, wait, hold on. Your doctor legitimately
Said 2 bills.
Legitimately
2
said,
bills.
That is like less bedside manner than I've ever heard. That's not even
Hey, you fat
attainable.
pea- you
Why don't we
fat
start with
piece.
20?
Listen, I want you to start taking an aspirin a day and lose 200 pounds.
That's an insane.
Stop eating shrimp in the closet.
Come back when you
Come back, yeah. Let me know how it goes. What? Good
Come
luck.
back in 11 years.
Dude, 200 pounds is such a ridiculous
That's
thing
crazy.
to say to your patient.
I know.
Dude, well, like,
It's my cardiologist.
he said 200. You have to do a joke
Where'd you
about
meet
that.
him, under a bridge?
You have
Was he
to-
at a roast?
Chef Ross.
You have to do a bit about that. Dude, if you're not,
200 pounds.
that is such a ridiculous.
Well, he texted me that information, and it was.
I started taking the aspirin.
He texted.
Step 1, you checked it off the list.
Halfway there, Doc.
Eight and a
Number
half.
1,
He's eating a lick of
check
Skittles.
aspirin. Number 2, lose 200 pounds.
He told me the 200, and I just responded with, "Oh man," because I was like, I don't know if that's a joke or that could be actually real.
Yeah, you got to do that on stage. That's so that's so fucking funny that someone would say that to someone because it's like
You have to lose another fat guy. You have to lose me ultimately.
How much do you weigh?
I'm probably like 220 now.
If I lose 200 pounds, I'll be 180. I'll be cleaning up.
You don't have to lose 200 pounds. 180, that's
Yeah, I agree with Freid. Let's start with 20.
At 180, you're taking your shirt off from the back.
Let's get to 280.
Yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Well, that's the whole point.
I don't need you walking the catwalk.
What an idiot that doctor is to even say that to someone. Like if someone said you got to lose 200 pounds, I'd be like, okay, move on.
What's
next.
the real number?
Yeah. Let's
Doc, put the stin in and let's go. Will ya?
clean me up. Clean out these arteries.
I'm off this weekend. Can we do it now?
But if you start a podcast called "Are You Fat," where you discuss because
Fat guy moves, fat guy etiquette.
moves,
Of course.
etiquette. Like because I told my girlfriend about this podcast, and I was like, it's called "Are You Garbage?" And they're figuring out whether you're garbage or not, how you grew up. And she was like, do they get in trouble for that? She was asking if that was offensive to people. And I was like, no, the way you guys do it is so great because it's like
we're garbage.
You're garbage.
So it's like, come on in, the water's fine. We want the party.
And
That's
also,
the idea.
you're talking about garbage in a glowing, loving, nostalgic
Absolutely.
way.
Of
And
course.
it's like, that's the same thing as "Are you fat?" Would someone will go, are you well, you don't want to offend. No, that's not you could have anybody of any size. It's actually the most size acceptance podcast.
Yeah,
Sure.
It's true.
I don't know, not the pitch idea, but this is listen.
No, I love it. We had somebody in here that does a fat guy move. I can't remember what it was.
Everybody has one. I think it was like maybe.
I think it was Casey Smith when she was a server. She would have her friends order food for, her, and she would scarf it down in the bathroom.
Hilarious.
It's a fat guy
That's
move.
a fat guy move.
Yeah,
What about
yeah.
when you go to McDonald's? What are you doing? You getting fries for the way home?
I mean, do you want? I don't even think he'll give you. He doesn't even give me the answer. I don't think he's gonna.
You don't.
You want the truth or the lie?
I want the lie, and then I want the truth. I want both. I want to hear when you came from McDonald's, someone says, "What'd you get?"
What do you say?
How would you answer that question?
If I said, "Hey, let's grab a
I
bite."
I wouldn't tell you that I came from McDonald's. I was bringing you McDonald's at home.
No, you were just like, "I got
Okay, how about
McDonald's
this?
today."
How about
What'd you
this?
get?
No, more
See,
realistically.
it's such a lie. He won't even say he was there.
Yeah.
All fucking
Listen,
denied.
I
First of all,
you're
I don't know
already
what the fuck you're
denying
talking
in their
about.
fake scenario. That's
It's dude. Hold on. I don't want to plug the Patreon, but on the Patreon we went over our last seamless orders the one time, and it was like me and Toby were speechless at the end of it. It was like a $97 breakfast.
dude.
Here's like a side of pancakes and shit.
If it's
You're doing pancakes for the table and a delivery.
Yeah,
That
no, pancakes
is-
don't get delivered.
Can you make sure there's 4 forks in there, please? 4 forks, thank you.
Hold on. So let's say here's the scenario because the more realistic version would be someone you get caught, and I go, "Did you go to McDonald's today? I saw the bag in your
What do
car."
you say?
What would you say?
No, it's old.
What'd you get when you went?
When you did go.
I don't remember. It was like forever ago. It's been in there for a while.
Okay, what's
Okay.
the
well,
real
what
answer?
if you had to give up some of the order?
Yeah,
what would you say?
well, what
like,
would
I
you-
got a number 6.
Yeah,
and-
what?
No, I didn't get anything. I had coffee,
I don't know why they gave me a bag for
and
coffee.
I had my niece and nephew with me, and I got them something. I just got coffee.
Dude,
It's nuts,
that
man.
is
You have
so
no, you
funny
have no
how
idea.
good you are at making up that lie just now.
What
Like
lie?
you bringing in the.
What's up with this guy?
Poke is going to his head. I don't know what he's talking about.
Kids bonkos.
nephew
There's a reason he needs to.
throws the kids under the bus
How
right
to,
away.
get, how to get them happy
Yeah.
meals. He's complaining about the money he spent on them at this point.
We're already
Fucking
moved
$20
on.
in on
Can you
these
believe
snot
that
nosed bastards.
My
I mean,
fucking
I told
brother-in-law
my-
dumps his kids on me.
I told my sister-in-law I don't think they should be eating that stuff, but she's like, take them. So I was like, fine, let's
The smell repulses me.
Oh my God! You go from having McDonald's to a hero. You're good. You're
Dude.
amazing.
I'll get the Happy Meal and leave the toy in the car just to fucking prove my
That
case.
is fucking great.
If I go alone, it's not, and I haven't done this in a long time.
No.
we don't even believe you. Yeah, that's your. Yeah.
Dude,
Totally,
no one,
you're
no,
so right.
no one who is told by the doctor they have to lose 200 pounds hasn't been to McDonald's recently. I don't even. That's impossible.
Also, you just explained to us how you lie, and then you tried to
better
do
than
the
anybody
lie
I've
to
ever
us.
seen.
Wow.
I don't even know if I'm getting answers out of him anymore.
And listen,
Are you
I'm-
even a co-host of this show?
I am a fat guy. I'm trying to lose weight all the time, my whole life. I understand the struggle.
Mm-hmm.
We are simpatico on this.
Thank
The
you, sir.
idea that someone goes, "What'd you get at McDonald's?" I am not revealing that full order. There's
Yeah.
no way.
You wouldn't want to know.
I wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't want to know.
Because
bad.
we'd be worried about we'd end the show. We go, "Hey man, we didn't mean to make fun of you, but like
It's a lot.
You know, it's a lot of McDonald's.
If it's breakfast at McDonald's and I'm going home to do nothing, it's
over.
There's at
Nap
least
time.
There's at least 3 sandwiches.
3
and two hash browns. At
well,
least.
Probably a Coke too, a large Coke.
No,
for
I
breakfast.
go with the iced coffee.
Yeah,
There's definitely a traveling
no milk,
breakfast
stay
burrito.
healthy.
A traveling breakfast burrito too.
Those things are banging.
Something to wear out.
Well, the 3 sandwiches I could defend if I were you.
They're small.
You can get the egg. You can get the 2 egg McMuffins. They actually have that on the menu. Man. Double egg McMuffin. So
Dude.
I don't mean to take us off track.
No.
No. We've talked. We've. This is the show.
We've done we've done this topic already.
No, of course, and it never, it never gets old.
Oh, we've been to
can't
the
believe-
drive-through a time or 2.
We just literally tried to break the 4th wall of your eating McDonald's,
And he couldn't do it.
And we went right back
No.
to lies.
Never.
Yeah.
Come on.
Dude, we ordered Chick-fil-A in here one night when we were building the studio. We ordered Seamless, and
I don't think I was here.
he ordered it on his account, and they shorted us his sandwich. You would have thought, like, it changed the
Dude.
vibe in the building.
I
The neighbors heard about it. Like, it was a scene, dude. Dude, he was on the phone with Seamless, with Chick-fil-A corporate. Like, everybody heard from
Better
Foley
Business Bureau.
about $1.99 sandwich.
I'd like to talk to Andrew Cuomo, please.
Everybody got an earful.
That is so fucking funny. I already have your first segment. Pull out your phone. Show me your last Seamless.
Oh, yeah, we've
you-
done it. We've done that.
I mean, that's a segment on Are You Fat? How could that not be?
It's garbage.
right.
I got a delivery not too long ago. Like,
I hope you guys don't mind that I'm pitching these ideas. I
No,
think
of
these
course,
are
of course, of
helpful
course.
things. The Patreon, it should be kicking.
The Patreon is cooking, baby.
Patreon's
We're almost at
cooking.
1,000
I ordered.
patrons.
That's
I
amazing.
ordered a
That's
delivery
huge.
not that long ago, like in the last 6 months, where I was the only one home, and it was such a big bag that as I was closing the door, I turned to her and I said, "Lunch is here," to nobody in the apartment, just so the fucking delivery.
Fucking cats looking at him
Your,
like, what
niece,
the fuck?
your fake niece and nephew that you just threw under
Kids,
the bus.
let's go.
Yeah, come on. So funny.
You're nuts, dude.
We're having a good time. Before we get into the Patreon questions, what you have to get into, I would like to hear about the special.
Okay, I need this audience to pull through for me.
Yeah.
The way I pulled through for you guys.
You hear
coming
that,
on
trash cans
episode
out
3.
there?
Come on, trash cans.
Yeah, that's why he was pitching up top. He knew what he was doing when he walked in.
Yeah, I knew.
Kid's like the gambler.
I have a special. It's I taped it on New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Socially Distanced, of course. This is it's all material. I usually talk about, the type of shit we were just talking about. Is the
course,
stuff
sure,
I'm
yeah.
usually talking about. Trying to lose weight, dating, relationships, TV shows. And there's in the middle of my set, I generally get into like, social shit a little bit.
Sure.
Sometimes. But it's like not. I don't think people know me for that.
Is this the Boca effect, or was this building up in
It
you
was
since the
building
pandemic
up.
started?
I had this material that I've been building since the beginning of the pandemic about the social anxieties of the pandemic. Not like your grandma dying, but the idea that people were trying to take this moral authority on something that was so difficult for us all. And we all had choices, tough choices to make.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
all had choices. Do I go home for the holidays? And there's anxiety that goes with nobody wants to go home for the holidays and make someone that they love sick.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
And then there's these people. So it's already hard enough. And let's say you do come to the conclusion, I'm going to go home. I'll wear my mask. I'll get tested. I'll do all my things that happen offline. Those are all things that happen in between Instagram pictures. But then when you post the picture of you with your family, someone
You're
goes,
murdering.
"Where's the mask?
Yeah.
Oh, you left." And it's like, I really don't like that
shame
attitude.
the shame aspect.
And
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
it's what the internet is kind of built on, and it's like, but it kind of opened up a hole for me to make fun of it. And I'm like,
I like this, Freid. I fucking love
so
it.
it's all
little bit of edge to 'em.
So the whole special is 35 minutes talking about the social anxiety, stuff like that. When
Great.
someone asks, "How are you in 2020?" How do you even answer that question? Because all of us want to eat, sleep, and fuck.
Yeah.
And we want to make enough money to do all 3 of those things comfortably. So when in that process, in that engagement of trying to eat, sleep, and fuck during a year, you're also aware some people are having the worst year, way worse than you. Some people are doing way better than you. That's called life. So in 2020, how do you say, how are you? How do you answer that question? And you go, because you don't want to offend. None of us.
You don't want to be like, it's fucking great. It's killing it.
Exactly.
Well, it's like, because we've had this podcast has gotten successful over quarantine.
Exactly.
So I see, we bump into other comics who are,
This is-
struggling.
I
and they're
think
like,
about you guys
hey,
a lot.
what's up? And I'm like, how you doing? And I want to be like, fucking fantastic. All my dreams are coming true. We got our own studio. And Tooties. Freid's coming back. It's a whole fucking, but then I'm like, how are you? They're like, I'm fucking, about to put a gun in their mouth.
But you're having the best comedy year of your lives, I would assume.
It's fantastic. Life-changing.
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 And you've moved
We love you guys.
7 different networks.
Yeah, he gave me shit on that. He goes, when I just did his podcast like 2 months or whatever, 6 weeks ago, he's like, you guys have been through 19 different podcast networks, 15 different studios.
Looking for homes. I get it.
We found it here at Tootie's.
That's
I
right,
love
baby.
it.
Down
No,
here at the basement.
And you went out on your own, which I am, and I'm an on my own podcast guy too, so I appreciate that too. But I'm saying, how do you answer that question? And it's like this whole thing of like, oh, everyone's so offended. No, not everyone's not so offended. It is human to go, I'm going to leave out some information that might make someone feel uncomfortable.
Oh,
it's
of
it's
course.
human. And it's like to say that you don't act that way, you're just a fucking liar. So it's like, again, I've lived in New York and I've lived in Florida during this thing. I've seen the two sides. I talk about that on the special. The difference between New York. I don't agree with New York. I don't agree with Florida.
Yeah.
Where's my people? Our people, the ones that are rational, the ones that think about context and nuance, we're just the quietest ones.
You got to call balls and strikes, baby.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So we're the ones in the corner going, we're not the ones in the comment section being like, that's fucking right.
Baby
like,
killer or whatever.
Or the person that's like, I'm not taking a vaccine even though they fucking failed science class. Like, so when you're, and again, so I've always been in that center of the world. And now even calling yourself a moderate, like, people are like, oh, pussy can't fucking find and it's like, you know what? And so the whole special, and so I got to like 20 minutes of COVID material. I call it COVID material, but it's really social anxiety 2020 material. And I was like, if I can get to 30, 35 with some interviews kind of spliced in, now I got a thing here.
There you go.
So I had shows scheduled on New Year's Eve. So I'm like, how about we tape it on New Year's Eve, the last day of the worst year of a lot of our lives. And let's talk about just 2020. And
fantastic.
And so it's called Socially Distanced, of course, and it's on YouTube. And I need the audience. I need you guys. I need the garbage cans out there.
Everything from the sanitation workers all the way up to the new we'll put the link in here so you can go fucking check it out. And we'll tweet it. We'll
I love you guys.
We'll plug it as much as possible.
I love you guys. But I need what I need for people that come in from the
other avenues. Yeah.
I need the sewage people to come in, and I need positive comments. I need likes. I need you to do that for me in the same way that you're posting about this show and how great you guys love this show.
Yeah.
Because again, we're entrepreneurs in the business of funny. I did try to sell this.
Entrepreneurs in the business of funny.
That's right, Boca,
I
baby.
like that,
man.
That's right. And it's like and the reason I'm putting it on YouTube is like, I want 1 million people to watch on YouTube so that I can sell the next one.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
And
tour
it's like,
more and everything.
and tour more. And it's like, listen, I want and we put these things out there. That's our goal. And sometimes that gets lost in translation. Sometimes I think comics we're too ashamed to say like, no, I want to make my livelihood on being funny. And it's like, it's an okay thing to tell people. It's really a honest pursuit. None of us are doing this dishonestly. You guys fucking built a studio. I love it. And it looks great. It looks perfect. Like,
thank you, buddy.
I look at this and I'm like, this is what it's all about. Like, I'm sure you went to people like, hey, can to help you out to do this. Like, I'm sure
we pitched it to fucking everybody. We pitched it to Gas Digital that before we started it, and they said no, and then we signed there. We pitched it to Schultze. He said no. Shout out to Schultze.
Love you, buddy.
But
And then who had us on, who's like a champion of ours.
It's
But
nothing personal.
Of course.
It's just money.
It's just money. That's
That's
right.
right. Schultz
damn
didn't
it.
say no to you because he hates you. He said no to you because he didn't think it could make him more money. That's why. That's how people make.
But it's so
decisions.
funny because now he's like the biggest champion of the show. He's like
course he
taking
is.
us under his wing. It's super.
We love
For
him.
the same reason that I love you guys.
Yeah.
Like, where you're like, oh, it's fucking funny. And they're doing it the right way and fucking doing it on their own, not asking for shit. You know how many people are asking for shit without providing?
a lot. Yeah.
You know, so okay, that's my done. I'm off my
Gotcha.
soapbox. I
fuck
love a passionate pursuit.
Well, I know I love it. I think it's this year's been fucking bananas.
Yeah.
You know, as a stand-up comedian, everything happens, and it's like a lot of people are forced to stick and move. You know what I mean? And it was like
pivot.
I remember
yeah.
when this happened, I was like, I'm not letting this fucking break us. We were 3 episodes in when the pandemic hit. And I'm like, we can't
Dude,
be.
it was like the
I was ready to
next
check
week.
the fuck out.
Because we were standing after we recorded your episode, we were out front and we were all like, "What do you think's going to happen with this?"
Oh,
it was
fuck,
already there.
that's right.
They were already
Yeah.
sanitizing the mics and shit at the
Yeah.
studio.
Yeah,
And we were
dude.
like, "You're like, I think if it gets hot, it'll just burn out." And it
Whoa,
won't-
whoa, whoa. I like that you're like remembering me as a.
I was like, "That Freed's got a good head on his shoulders."
I'm the,
he said no. He
I
said no
remember you-
vaccine back last April. I
You were,
heard.
you were talking about this thing called QAnon, and
You had horns on your head or something. You're talking about the Capitol building. I don't know.
yeah, you had a
Bleach
whole
pellets,
Jeffrey
kids.
episode.
Bleach pellets. Knock it right out.
Yeah.
Bleach pellets.
So so go watch the
Man.
special, enjoy, share it.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm sure it's going to be fantastic, and I know it's going to do incredibly well.
It looks
Listen,
great.
I
yeah.
hope it does. So, but if it doesn't, we move the fuck on. It's not personal.
Stick and move, baby. Not
Socially,
personal.
socially distance, of course.
It's like when people that was a big thing this year where people go,
course.
they would just tell you a story, then they go,
Social
socially distance,
distance,
of
of
course.
course.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
all
Oh, yeah,
about
yeah, it's
that
great.
shit.
Yeah.
And I have a whole bit, that's
And
probably
I
the
feel
best
like
bit on
every
the thing.
time they say it, I don't know if this is, but like I don't, but like I'll talk to my mom. She'll be like, "Yeah, and Tina came over, and we really don't see anybody." And I'm like, it sounds like
Yeah,
at the end of it,
I
I'm
know.
like, "You're gonna tell me you made out with Tina?" You know
Right,
what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and so I was like, Tina came over for dinner, but she stays at home, and we wore masks.
Well, it's just so they don't get yelled at.
Of course, yeah,
They're
of course.
assuming
Yeah.
that you would assume the worst of them when they say that.
I hear that. I hear that a lot from, especially down in the burbs. What are you
Yeah.
doing tonight?
Oh, the
We're
birds.
going out to dinner. You're going out to dinner?
Yeah,
But they have the windows open. What the fuck?
well, then
It's a
it's like
hibachi grill.
it's all Schadenfreude. It's all like I feel
Great
better
use,
for
great
saying
use.
it. It's
Is that a
all
cool clothing store? What is
yeah,
that?
that's
That's what it sounds
they
like.
don't do big and tall.
That's it's designer label.
What's it called? Schadenfreude?
Schadenfreude. I learned it from Avenue Q when I went and saw it.
Like Schad the guy and Freud the guy?
No, it's a word. Look
It's
it
a
up.
German word. Schadenfreude is mixing it with French.
All right, relax, Goebbels. Take it easy. This fucking guy over here.
No, it's getting joy out of someone else's pain. Schadenfreude.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it that exactly?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
finding
that-
joy in someone else's pain. My
Yeah.
girlfriend, my wife is German.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
Okay.
It's waiting for him to wedge that in. saw that.
Drink,
coming.
everyone at home, drink. He said it.
All right, let's get into some fucking.
Let's get into
questions
some
here.
questions
It's always
here.
a hot.
So wait,
episode.
so this
Good
episode,
times.
I love coming on. I told you this already. So this goes out, and then now they can go to Patreon. Is that
No. So when you sign up for Patreon, I don't know if this is him just like reassessing, letting us
guy's-
plug it
he's
again,
all fucking
or if
against.
he's really confused. I don't know.
Okay.
Either way, it's gold.
Right now, he's playing the lady on the.
He's gonna walk out of here with 10%. I know that much.
He's playing the lady on the Ron Popeil pasta maker that doesn't know. Tell me, Ron, how does it work again? I always hated her.
Oh, you nailed it.
It's a fucking rotisserie chicken,
No,
you
you ever-
dumb broad. What the fuck?
Hold on, you
What's
ever
the mystery?
You ever watch the
How
one?
many payments is it?
It's
You ever
the
watch-
same girl he always had, the blonde little lady. with
Probably
the-
banging her.
she's
Probably
a,
a side piece.
I mean, you ever see the one where it's the NutriBullet?
Yeah.
There's a NutriBullet one. It's the funniest one because for some reason they made a creative decision to have a old maid like woman with a cigarette hanging out of her mouth. You have to look her up, and it says, and you're like, why did they decide to have like a shtick? Like they do the NutriBullet woman cigarette. If you put it in. She's just in the corner being like, I don't know. And it's like she's really hamming it up.
What?
It's her big role.
Trying to find it.
It's
I don't know if that's it. I don't
cigarette
know.
woman infomercial. Just put that in. It might not be NutriBullet, but she's doing a character.
Yeah.
On and it's like the character's already done with that woman going, so how do you do it? And then for some reason
I'm getting people with their necks.
Ah,
messed.
God
That
damn
ain't
it,
That
Freid.
ain't it. That ain't
you
it.
want. So I don't know. Someone can
Brought
find
to you
it.
by Philip Morris. Everybody.
But it's so funny to me that like you could have all you need is a woman going, so wait a minute, you can.
But they put it in a character.
But they put her in. She's
That's like something out of I Love Lucy or something.
It was
like
bizarre. She's like, I don't know. Well, what do I need a NutriBullet for? My husband never eats anything like that. He's like, well, Fran.
Yeah.
Your husband's gonna. It's like, why do they have like this
Jesus.
There's a lot of stupid people watching those things.
I like to stick with the basics when it comes to it. You get Ron Popeil telling you straight.
Set and forget it, baby.
I like Emerald. I like obviously Billy Mays was a fucking legend.
Rest in peace.
I don't
Shout out to the OG, a real one.
Crazy.
I don't even mind the fucking ShamWow guy. You say what you want about his, sexual proclivities, but the kid moves fucking
He
merchandise.
bit a
I'll
hooker's
tell you
nose
that
or
right now.
something, right?
All right, whatever.
Do you know
I think it was in Florida.
Do you know they do this, like, if you ever go to, like, trade shows, these people, like, there's, like, a scene
I've
for
used to
these
work
people.
trade shows. I know them.
So you
it's
know-
like they made their bones at trade shows.
Yes.
And
You
then got
imagine-
on TV.
Comics, bitch. Can you imagine coming up at fucking trade shows?
I can't
A
imagine.
young Billy Mays.
Young Billy Mays doing and basically
Conference Center in
but
fucking
it's like,
Cleveland.
But that's like street magic is
Yeah,
what they're doing
yeah,
because
yeah.
they're going and now look at the glass. They're doing it for a live audience and then they find someone like
Look,
invest in them.
non-stick pans. Nothing's on there at the
Like,
end
and,
of it. Yeah,
and
yeah,
they're doing like, they're exploding fireworks on the pan and going, look, it has not even a
yeah.
scratch.
You
And
would like that, wouldn't you, miss?
But
All
just
that
think
shit,
how
yeah.
bizarre that must be to see that in person, like on a carpeted floor
Yes.
of like a
Dude,
ballroom.
they set up chairs and stuff, and like we would get there, and you'd be like, "Have you seen the copper pan guy? He's fucking killing it over in ILH."
And
or
it's
whatever.
amazing that someone could be like, I gotta pick you up. Like someone would find you like they would at a comedy club.
Those guys are
Kids are moving
millionaires.
units.
Yeah.
They're moving
Millionaires.
units.
Yeah, it's
Who's the new kid? The guy that does the Flex Seal.
yeah, Flex Seal guy?
Yeah. The new kid. He's like 45.
New kid on
Yeah,
the
he's like a
block.
fucking short, fat old guy.
But
How has there
he's
not
the new
been a-
kid on the scene.
How has there not been a movie about that world?
Oh wow,
Has
that would be
there?
pretty
They were
good.
supposed to make a movie. This is a little bit different, but do you remember the Winnebago guy, the guy that would freak out?
So I know that movie happened, right?
No, they were. I don't know if they ever did it. I thought they were supposed
there was
to
a
do it with Will
documentary about
Ferrell.
it.
Yeah, there was a documentary about
Okay.
it. But yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Like that world seems like it's made for a Judd Apatow movie.
Super
Yes,
interesting.
like a
right?
deep cut,
like
in
a
there.
dodgeball.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it kind
yeah.
of feels like okay.
Yeah, those guys all got to
Man.
be fucking wackadoos. They all got to be fucking hard chargers.
Crazy. That's why that guy's biting off fucking
Yeah.
Chicks'
prostitutes' noses
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Dude, this should be called the Pitch Cast. I'm really fucking came here.
People come in
creative.
pitching.
Yeah.
I love it. I hate it. Get out. Let's get lunch.
You stink. Move it. What?
Free does have the shamware factor.
Yeah.
Listen,
Consummate
man,
salesman.
Sing, dance, and dust.
Thank you,
baby.
No Mike Toby.
Brought to you by No Mike Toby.
He screwed him. I'm sorry.
He's the
buddy.
old lady smoking.
He's really. He comes in here pitching bits all the time. My husband Frank loves a pitch.
Could be Blend Jet. We just got a couple Blend Jets.
It's not Blend Jet.
Blend Jet's nice.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a fucking
The wand?
No. What am I, an asshole with the thing that
Yeah,
cooks
you
the
are.
meat, the boiling stuff? Get out of here with that. The sous vide or whatever it's called.
I haven't understood a word you said in 9 seconds. To be honest, I don't know what you're talking about.
We
You
bailed
said,
a
"What do I
minute ago."
cook meat? What am I, the sous vide? I don't know what the fuck you're talking
A
about."
Blend Jet is like a little. It's like a little mini
Immersion blender.
No, it's a little mini blender. The cup is the blender.
It's got to be the
Okay.
same as the NutriBullet. That
It's
sounds
similar, but it doesn't get
We're a
plugged in.
Vitamix family, by the way. Got a little bit of cash. We're doing all right.
You make soup in
It's
there.
Patreon.com/areyouGarbage.
It spins so fast it gets hot. But how does it work?
I don't know. All right, let's get into some fucking
Let's do
questions.
it.
We're
Let's do
47 minutes in. You know we got a hot one.
You know
Let's
I
go.
can.
47 minutes in, we haven't even
rap.
got to a question, maybe.
You know I can bring it.
I love it. Guys, so when you sign up for the Patreon, we will answer one of your questions. That brings us to
Yes,
where
we
we
will.
are right now.
Oh, so
baby.
these are questions submitted on Patreon. We answer on the regular episode.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
when we have guests come back, we
Oh.
answer Patreon questions.
It's a family
You guys are
episode.
doing a great job.
Thank
family.
You.
Keep it
Thank
going.
you. All right, this is from Joseph Tully.
Tully.
Would you have to, or have you ever routinely had to walk to a different sink to wash your hands after dropping a deuce since the soap dispenser was consistently out of soap? I gotta say that's currently the issue today in my apartment. We're out of soap in the bathroom, so I drop a deuce and then walk to the kitchen to wash my hands.
What do? What do you do? Pump
Look at-
at the sink in the bathroom?
Look at
We do.
Foley's looking at you like he ever washes his hands.
Yeah, I know it's true.
He is going. This is an acting performance I've never seen before.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's like
This is as
McDonald's
good- yeah,
washing
this
hands.
is as good as the McDonald's. Him asking to ask the question as
I don't
if
know what you mean.
you're washing your hands, Foley.
I'll be honest with you. Hand sanitizer has ruined me.
Oh, that's not the same. If you got
Yeah,
poop on
right.
your hand, fucking Sansan, he ain't taking it off.
I don't do. I
Just makes it smell a little different.
and I use the bleach ones too. I just use the wipes.
He uses like Clorox wipes for like
After
the
you're
surfaces.
No, I will use the
On
see
his
those wipes
skin.
right there. I'll use those wipes to wipe my hands. Why wouldn't I?
because it's
You
not,
wouldn't, because I don't know.
It's
I
not
don't
for
think
human fucking consumption.
What's that going to do to
It's
me?
made for
it's
a
bleach,
toilet.
dude. Yeah, that ain't good.
I mean, it might be okay.
I wipe with them.
No,
Keeps it clean and fresh down there. You can eat off that butthole.
Wait, you use? Hold on.
no, not to wipe.
To wipe your ass?
No,
you
no,
use the
hold-
Clorox wipes?
not the Clorox
Have you ever
ones.
done that?
No, not the Clorox ones, but the
That'll fucking wake you up. That'll put a little pep in your
Oh my
step.
God!
Woo! It's-
That's the infomercial I want to see.
It's the scrubbing
Wow.
bubbles, baby.
Been using these things all wrong. Plus takes the stains away. 2 in 1. No, not the bleach ones, but the regular, like, the Lysol ones. I will. I have.
Yeah, there's bleach
Let's say
in
I
those.
have. No, there's not in Lysol. Lysol's not a bleach company.
Chemicals.
It's
for
whatever.
surface.
Yeah, I don't think you want to use the Lysol
Yeah.
ones on your asshole.
I think it's ammonia.
Yes, no. The way you said that so casually is insane because that's an insane statement. Yeah, you don't want to use the Lysol wipes on
You
your
got to see the
asshole.
shine and no streaks. Plus that lemon scent really goes a long way.
I have never walked to another room
Really?
to-
What if there's no soap at that bathroom?
I'd be out. I'm
You're
more,
just done.
Yeah,
You go, I tried. I made my run
What?
at it.
After
yeah,
you
yeah.
took
It
a
didn't
poop?
work.
After poop,
If you're home.
Is there no mess on my hands? Are we assuming that my hands are a mess with poop? Like
no,
I've
not a
got-
mess, but just a
after
regular
a
poop.
regular poop.
You're not washing.
I'd just be like, fuck it.
Really?
I'm more lazy than I am
Sure.
garbage.
I didn't wash my hands for a long
Would
time.
you go
after
right?
pooping.
Okay, so after that, could you go right to the kitchen and start handling like deli meat?
I mean, I'm not preferring to, but
Yeah.
I could. I could
There's
block
a
it out of
buffer.
my head.
You know, if he goes
Yeah.
and watches TV for an hour, then goes
Yeah.
and makes a sandwich, it's a different story. That
I
poop's
take
now
my-
on the couch.
Let the statute
I'd
of
take my
limitations
hands
run
and
out.
wipe it on my pants a little bit.
Sure.
Let me ask you this:
Sure.
is it a bar of soap that you're missing, or is it a pump?
No, so we take the, what is it, the Miss Myers or Mrs. Myers, the
Sure.
Myers soap, and we have a dispenser that matches, so we pour the bottle into the dispenser. We've currently ran out of our surplus of Myers soap.
very new money.
Yeah,
The
That-
Myers move.
Everything you just described is very new money.
got a little bit of cash.
The home goods dispenser that Matt
I'm going to Boca with Freid next week.
going to Myers. The Myers,
Yeah.
the new age.
Yeah.
Myers.
Well, it's like the
yeah, it's-
whatever. It's my
There's a
broad
lot of
does
Dr. Brahmers in my house right now. A little too much.
it. She got a thing for him.
She does.
Yeah.
That, and we stumbled across Beekman's 1802 goat milk soap. Now we get that for every fucking present, every time from my mom. We have 45
Get
bars.
your mom's soap.
No, my mom gets us soap.
Oh.
Arcadia. I'm telling you, check it out. It's fantastic.
Plug City here.
Yeah, right. What are you wetting your beak on the back end with this Beekman's?
What is this? My beak's all wet. I apologize. I'll walk to the sink, but I'll usually use dishwashing soap.
Yeah, what? You got to get some soap. It's the
Yeah.
effort. Freed's just fucking
Crazy.
no man's land out here.
Listen,
This guy's nuts.
There's some belief that the germs are what keep you healthy.
I don't hate it.
Bro, you've been in Florida too long. You need to go for a walk in Central Park and reassociate yourself
Well,
with the Upper
walking
West
here,
Side.
yeah, walking here, I was like,
This is a dicey neighborhood.
dicey.
You got to get the
A
Zaybars.
lot of heroin.
Stat.
Yeah. You got to get this.
that's my.
You need some. You need
It's
some.
in there. Oh my God! Thank you.
Yeah, the Zaybars is
Somebody
my,
get this kid a babka. Will you?
that-
Jesus Christ.
That's my UN. Or no, what's that? That's my.
Yeah, it's your consulate or whatever.
Yeah.
You're in a different. You're in a
Your
different,
mullet starts shrinking as you're
Yeah.
eating it.
Oh, thank God. Oh, phew.
Man,
God, good
get
stuff.
your back.
All right, this is from Max. What's the farthest you've ever driven or traveled for a specific food item or beverage?
That's
Have
a
you ever made like a
fucking
trip to
great
get something?
question.
It's a great
A
question.
restaurant, a fast food? Because I know in college, for us,
There was always Sonic commercials, but no Sonic anywhere. Fucking drove me nuts, right?
yeah, but then Sonic opened up in our neighborhood. It fucking stunk. But we
Sonic
made that a trip.
sucks.
We were like, yo, Friday, Sonic, we're going.
I
But we
gotcha.
did White Castle because Harold and Kumar came out when we were in college. And there wasn't any in Philly, but there was that one they went to in Jersey, supposedly.
Sure.
So it was like an hour and a half or whatever there.
You went
we
to
did.
the fucking movie set, White Castle?
No, there's like two in. We didn't go because of the movie. We went. That's the only White Castle closest to us in Philadelphia.
In college?
In college.
Couple of ladies, man, huh? Wild nights out at
them out.
fucking
Well, it was like
Temple
Sunday. It
University.
was like Saturday
I get
night.
it.
We talked
No,
about it,
because
and then
you
we
see
woke
it
up.
and
yeah.
you go, I want to know what this is.
Everybody's
I
like, let's
wanna
get a bunch of
know-
weed.
Yeah,
we'll
Oh,
fucking-
you had never had White Castle
No,
before?
never.
And what do you think?
I wasn't a fan. I'm
Jared?
not a fan.
It's got to be hot. It's if it gets cold, the minute that temperature
Again,
drops.
get the fuck out of Florida. It's got to be hot. What are we doing
It's not
here?
hot. A White Castle, like if you have it like
Can you
10
boil
minutes
this?
after.
It's got a short shelf life.
short shelf
yeah.
life. Yeah, it's got to be. It's not this it's not pizza.
No, it's got the shelf life of a goldfish.
I've done
Ain't
a
gonna
drive.
be around long.
Yeah, that's totally true. I've done a drive. My family used to go do drives to this place, Harry's, for fried clams.
It's got to be fantastic. A
It's-
place called Harry's. I knew it was going to be some sort of
Harry's,
seafood
it's in-
because it's not a seafood name.
I
That's
bet
how you know it's
yeah,
good.
it's
Because it's stuck
absolute-
around for so long.
Fried clams with the bellies. If you get clam strips, you're fucking garbage. Clam strips
Ooh.
that is a grow up. It's time to become
What's
a
with
man.
the bellies? Because I've only known clam strips, but maybe
Clam strips are what come frozen in in the frozen aisle.
So what's with the bellies?
So the
It's
strips,
actual
the
clam.
bellies of the clam is where the taste really
Sure,
comes
in,
from.
in the actual clam part.
In the clam part. So
Right.
you want the bellies with the clams. If you look it up, clam
With the strips.
With the strips, you can tell it's like what you would hold the belly from.
Right, yeah.
basically.
They
right,
rip
right,
it out
right.
when they do them.
Well, they rip it out when someone's a child and gets clam strips.
You're
I
a
want
fucking
yeah,
baby.
It just there's no taste to it. There's no integrity. The fried clams with the bellies and onion rings, well done at Harry's. We would go as a family.
I bet you
my
that was
mouth
your
is
old man. That
watering.
was your old man's night, huh?
Yeah, we're going.
Probably loved
it.
Tartar
Loved it.
sauce?
Of course.
Yeah.
A tartar sauce extra, more and extra. That was our motto.
What? Because I remember from your first episode, your dad. We asked you a lot of questions. You're like, no, but my dad did that. Like,
Yeah,
your dad's a little
More
rough around the
garbage,
edges,
more
right?
Dad's
a little
love,
less
Dads
refined.
love clam strips. I'll tell you
old
that.
school.
Dads do not love clam strips. I can tell
No?
you that. No, he is. You can't if you get them without the bellies.
You know what I mean. They
Oh,
look
yeah. Oh yeah.
with the belly.
Has your drink of choice changed since you've been down there? Are you doing like mojitos or something now?
It's funny you've mentioned that.
How many
Yeah.
Diet Cokes you
Because it's
drinking?
tough.
No
when,
Diet Coke.
When you
I-
go
even-
somewhere, it changes the vibe. You
My
go,
mom and
I
I-
want this now.
You
Here's
getting
what
the
we're-
Cuban coffee down there?
You can't Boca. You get the
No?
Jewish coffee. It's not.
Starbucks.
Yeah, Starbucks. And it's like, yeah, I'll have a large skinny. That's how I order now. But my mom drinks, and my grandmother used to drink vodka on the rocks with a lime. That was her drink. My grandmother used to drink that.
hardcore.
Bro, I've seen some shit.
My mom drinks orange vodka on the rocks with a slice of orange. I have moved. That is
To
where
that.
I'm living in. now.
Really?
I feel that's pretty
Flavored
trashy. I
vodka
feel the
on the
flavored
rocks.
vodkas are trash.
If you're
to
going
me.
Stoli, you have to go Stoli.
Sure.
Absolute. Absolute's a little too flavorful for me. Stoli's really on the nose.
You go Stoli flavored. That's totally acceptable.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
Stoli on the rocks with a lime.
I don't know.
That's my drink. And because also I was trying to be healthier. I'm
Yeah,
trying
yeah,
to eat
lose
a lot
weight,
of sugar,
not be
lose
bloated.
weight.
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
What was the frequency of a cocktail down there for the thing?
Were you making one at like 3 when you got
We-
nothing to do?
You
It
were in
was-
their lifestyle, right? Because that's what
I was
happened.
You
in
were
their
on
lifestyle,
vacation.
But the problem is they're in this community, and because of COVID, I wasn't allowed to like go to like. There's like a. There's like a night bar place where people can hang out. Like they've got everything
Oh,
there.
really?
So yeah, with like hors d'oeuvres and shit, you would love it. They got like
We gotta go
they're
to
doing
Boca, dude.
wings. you
Like
know,
a country club without the walking. I
It's
like
all
it.
country club. Yeah, and that they're living in a country club.
Oh, it's
so
awesome.
but we would have like 5:00 Wednesday.
Yeah.
Having
Yeah,
a
big.
vodka on the rock. Want a drink? Let's have
Yeah,
a
take
drink.
the edge off.
Freed's getting
Yeah.
the early
The
bird. I
quarantine
love
really,
it.
the quarantine really shortened the week for me. I'd be like, it's Wednesday. I can have a drink. It's been a long week. You only did Monday and Tuesday. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I know, man. That's fucking awesome.
All
I
right, let's
love it.
let's burn through a couple more of these because we got to get out of here. This
Yes,
is
sir.
from Eric. Have you ever worn a T-shirt in a hot tub? I don't know how that's garbage, but I have for sure.
You have?
There was like I was always a fat kid. There was a time when like I was self-conscious about it, maybe for like a summer or two or whatever, where I can't remember, but I'm
Your
sure
little
I
fat
have.
titties.
Yeah, and it's
Foley, have you done that?
Let me tell you something.
He's got no body shame. This guy.
Good for you.
I-
That's the best.
There was a half a second at the town line pool, community pool, where I put the shirt on, and I was like, you
in
know
a
what?
hot tub.
No, not in a hot tub, in a pool.
Oh, in the pool.
We didn't have a
The
hot tub.
Townline fucking Townhome Association. They didn't have a hot tub, Freed.
We-
I know. I was like,
That's
what
how
the
much money this
community-
guy's got. Foley didn't know what a
spa at
hot
the
tub was till he
community
got
pool.
older. Might as well been on Star Wars.
was this
a hot
before or
tub.
after you played polo? What I don't understand. We had a creek where we used to catch crayfish. Does that count?
I don't think they were real crayfish. Not in a creek in Pennsylvania.
Just saying the word creek made me want to barf. I really felt sick at the word
well,
creek.
there's a trashier version,
creek.
which is crick.
A crick, yeah.
Crick
Yeah,
is
yeah,
way
yeah, that's
trashier than
trashier,
creek.
yeah.
Jump to crick.
But if you got a creek, if you're going, down a creek, not good.
Yeah, it was really just a storm drain. Which
My creek's filling up.
We went in there after like a real heavy rain one time, and I look back on it, and I'm like, that was so. We would have got
Didn't
swept
that happen
away.
in It? Didn't they get sucked down during the rain or something? I don't know. I was too young for that movie.
Nah, he was in the sewer.
Whatever.
Anywho,
were you ever a shirt in the pool guy, or were you a
No.
smaller kid?
I like how
Fat
Kippy
kid.
tried to come
You
back
were a
with it.
fat kid.
Weight always, but I also I'm from Foley's school of things where it's like
I put my foot down. I had it on for a half a second in the pool. I was like, I'm not fucking doing this.
the problem when you're overweight and you wear the shirt in the pool. Now you're admitting to it. It's admitting
Man.
defeat.
It's tough
You
to
have
come back from.
You can't come back from that.
and it
also,
makes you look worse. The titty gets
It looks
perfect.
worse.
You're not
Also,
fooling anybody.
The fact that you were in a hot tub, that is like disgusting to me.
Yeah, it's weird.
A shirt in a hot tub, like that
You
makes
know,
me
I'm not
feel.
proud.
You know when you're
You'd
like
be so hot, too.
yeah, you know when your
I mean,
body
the shirt's not really keeping that much heat in. You're in a fucking hot tub. It's
Yeah, but
105
you're in
degrees.
hot water.
exactly.
Weird.
But you know that feeling after you get out of a hot tub where you're like your body's like not really the right temperature for the air, and you
Sure.
kind of feel a little sick from it. That shirt would make me feel more sick.
Yeah, I'm not saying I was making right decisions here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was 12 in a bad place in a hot tub with my uncle.
Turtleneck and sweatpants. Cooling off.
This is from Dave Mo. Have you ever tried to pick up someone at a wake or a funeral? I mean, some of you guys are fucking savages.
No,
I can't. I don't.
Never-
Well, also, what kind of wakes and funerals are you going to where there's a lot of small talk?
Here's where you can pick up a chick, and it happens a lot actually, and it's not thought of the same way. But Jewish people have shiva calls, and the shiva call
It's more of a hang, right?
It's more of a hang.
You're sitting
and
shiva,
you are,
yeah.
and sitting shiva. It's like I think 5 days, and basically someone. Usually, it's one of the family members has food, and every night, and everyone comes over.
Mhm.
And I actually am like I'm a shiva call lover. Like I think
Great.
it's like a great way to deal with death. What a great invention by the Jewish people.
Figure by the 4th, 5th day, it's like, all right, let's get over it.
Enough already.
Have a couple of fucking drinks.
Well, that's what that
a
happens.
couple of
enough.
flavored vodkas and hit the brick.
But that happens a lot. You know,
Sure.
get people that are like, dinner every night, free
Casual,
dinner. And
yeah.
You're like, are you here for me or are you here for fucking dinner? You know, so, but it happens a lot of shiva calls where you meet a lot of like a lot of people that are like, Jewish people are always looking to fix you up with Jews. So
Sure.
it can happen there. There's no question I've been in a shiva call and had like an aunt or someone
Been like,
introduce me to a
"That's
friend
Tiffany or whatever.
and
yeah.
go, yeah, you got to meet.
It's the original J date.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you hooking up with them there at the Shiva?
No!
You're covering ground.
Oh,
you know what I
I'm
mean? You're
sorry.
closer
I'm
to
the
that.
dirtball all of a
Yeah.
sudden. You make a move on her in
Is
the
there a hot
bedroll.
tub around here?
You make a move on her on the bed where all the coats are thrown.
Well, they're not there.
That's how the Irish did it.
You're usually getting, you got to meet.
You gotta meet
Ah.
Tara.
You
or
got
whoever.
to,
Yeah.
take my number. Take your number. I'm going to send her your Instagram. You know, whatever.
Nice.
All right, let's do 2 more. This is from Uhuru.
I love it.
Shout out. Have you ever posted a picture of your car on social media? Just your car?
No.
Do you have a car now?
No.
No.
I wouldn't want anybody to know.
No one's coming after your Jeep Liberty.
I don't know.
It's the only-
It's not a Liberty.
and it's not gray.
Yeah, that's one of those things that, like, the sitting against your Camaro. I never understood, like, you wonder that, like, that guy's never, like, heard of people making fun of people.
Yeah, there's no self-awareness.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like-
I saw not too long ago this guy Dre were driving. I think I talked about it. They got out of their car to take a picture next to a Lamborghini and then got back in their car. And I was
Yeah,
like,
that's the ultimate.
that's insane. And they were like 40-something.
So they went to someone else's car.
The car was parked. They were driving down the street, saw it, got out, took pictures in front of it, then got back in their car and
That
left.
is such a defeatist
Oh,
move.
Yeah. Well, they
Like,
got back in like a Taurus
Think-
or something.
well,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
but think of how little hope you have.
I know, yeah.
That
yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, I'll never have this opportunity to take a picture in front of one again.
Well, just
But-
think how delusional you have to be to post that or something and to think that people are going to think you're cool for doing it.
Yeah.
Or who the fuck's going to think that Randy all of a sudden had money for a fucking Lamborghini?
Yeah, in his
This
jean jacket.
That actually happened once. There was someone. There was someone that posted.
Must have sold his Beanie Babies.
People do shit like that on social media, though, where they just let people believe.
Oh,
Sure.
sure.
Yeah,
There was a girl that I used to know, and she was trying to make it in something, but she posted a picture, and it was her name. It was a New York City brick wall, but then she had photoshopped the brick wall to look like it was a billboard of her name for her business.
Ugh.
And people were commenting, "You made it, New York City billboard. That's crazy." And I'm sitting there being like, "What?"
It's
and
insane.
no, like if that were me and I posted a picture like that, like, "Oh, look at the Jtrain Podcast is on a billboard in New York."
People,
And people were saying like, "Whoa, billboard in New York." I would write back, "Oh, it's a joke,"
guys, yeah.
letting you know. Like,
Not
she
a
was
fucking asshole.
She
Yeah.
was responding to everyone, "Thank you. It's been such a long ride." And you're like, "You fucking delusional asshole."
That happened to
People stink.
That happened to Lil Bow Wow. He tweeted a picture of him on a private jet, being like, "Yo, wheels up, headed to Chicago or whatever," and then somebody follows him on Instagram. And was sitting next to him on the plane, and then took a picture of him on like United 52, or whatever, and was like, "Nah, dude, you're not even in first class."
Funny. It's so funny.
It's trash.
All right, let's do one more here.
Excellent. What a fun time here.
Hot
Thank you
one,
for having
hot
me.
one. Of
Hot
course,
app.
buddy. Thanks for coming in. This is from Nick's Day. How often do you eat over the sink? Big man, I'm looking at you.
My sink now. I'm not that.
You moved it to the couch.
I'm not. Yeah.
You just agreed with that before the joke hit you.
That's so funny.
No, I thought you meant like, the couch has become my new sink. I eat on the couch a lot. But at my mom's, for some reason, I don't know. It just feels good to eat a sandwich over the sink.
Your
I don't
mom
know
has
why.
a more open floor plan as
Yeah,
well,
it's
so
nice.
it makes. It
I
a little better.
love eating in the kitchen, like just standing there. You know what I mean? A little cheese, a little pepperoni.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, it's
How about
clean
you?
well.
You a
No,
sink eater? No.
No, see, this is the whole point of the kitchen island.
Love.
Love
We
the
got a
island.
huge
You
island
need
at
the-
my mom's
if-
house. It's
the minute the
fantastic.
kitchen island enters the picture, the
Ah.
sink eating
It's a wrap.
goes
There's-
away.
there's no need.
You know,
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
need
yeah.
it anymore.
Island's great.
Yeah,
My cousin has an island, and we do Christmas Day there, and that's always the hot spot.
that's the spot. That's where they're
Everybody's
putting out
hanging
the hors
around the island.
d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
And they're putting out.
Hanging.
That's
Yeah.
where the hot
Yeah.
stuff's going. Your cool aunts there having a cocktail.
Love it.
Everybody's hashing it up, mixing it up.
It's the
scene.
It's the water hole of the.
It's the cool kids table.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
the cool kids table now.
Yeah, you can hold some cord around a fucking nice
Oh,
island.
Yeah.
come on.
Tell him
it.
some stories, making fun of
Granite top,
Uncle
yeah.
Randy or whatever.
Clean up after dinner, then all of a sudden fucking it's all clean and the desserts go out. Coffees
Totally.
are going around.
Granite.
God damn it.
Granite.
Love it.
Nice. All right, we got to wrap this up.
Yes. What a fantastic episode.
Hot
Gang,
one, baby.
the special, socially distanced, of course,
Yes.
Jared Freid.
Thank you.
All about the social anxieties of 2020. Filmed on New Year's Eve in Indianapolis. It's out on his YouTube page right fucking now. Make sure you check it out. We love it. Buddy, what else you got for him?
That's it. Just go, and if you on Instagram, I'm going to be posting that link everywhere. Thank you guys for posting.
Of course,
that.
yeah. We'll
Thank
post
you.
it everywhere.
At
We'll blast
Jared
it.
Freid on Instagram. That's where it's all going to be. And Tuesday, it came out Tuesday. This will come out after that, but it's out. It's there. Comment.
Go
Watch
subscribe,
it.
drop a like, drop a
Subscribe,
comment.
do
Even
all
if you
that
don't
shit.
watch it, just fucking get the algorithm working.
Listen.
Watch it, but I'm saying if
Yeah,
you know,
and it's 35 minutes. It's not, I'm not looking to
easy peasy.
It's good
fucking
stuff.
preach to you, and it's all jokes.
Yeah.
We love it. Thank you for coming in, buddy. Thank you for being such a pal to us. We love having you over. Kippy, what do you got for him?
At Kevin Ryan Comedy on all social media, and then please make sure you rate, review, subscribe on iTunes. Follow Are You Garbage on all social media. It's at Are You Garbage. Patreon.com/AreYouGarbage. You sign up for all that bonus content we were talking about. It's a good fucking time, baby. Subscribe on YouTube. Thank you so much.
We love you. At H Foley on Ice on Twitter and Foleygrams on Instagram. T-Bone, thank you, buddy.
Thanks,
we love
brother.
you. See you guys next week. Peace. Hold on there, kids. Wait 1 second. Want to talk to you real quick before you run off to go play tag or fucking meet up at your buddy's house or whatever it is you kids do after school. Want to talk to you about the fun time we're having here on the Stereo app. Doesn't matter whether you have an iPhone or an Android.
Don't matter.
You can sign up for free, and it's a fun time.
Yeah, guys, it's a good app. There's a lot of good shows on there. We're on there weekly, baby, answering your garbage questions. If you got something you've been thinking about, this is an easy way to get involved with the show.
Oh, yeah.
You record your question live. We answer it live.
Yep.
We're mixing it up with you guys. It's
Live,
a
live,
good
live.
old hang, baby, the after party. We'll see you there. Use the link in the description to sign up. Let the boys wet their beaks a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
See you there.
Thursday nights, 9 o'clock. Peace.
Peace.